Welcome to the stream. I'm Tandy. Today we'll be playing with Slickshot's Show Off, in a couple different decks in Pioneer, and we're going to be trying it. Yo, Taylor Spade, thanks for 59 months. That's a lot of months, my man. Thank you so much for the support. Appreciate you, homie. All right, long story short, this is an extremely explosive creature-based deck, not unlike something like Infect. The Boros Heroic Shell has been around for a little while. Slickshot Show Off, who from now on I'm just going to call Show Off, or the Bird. Probably the Bird. The Bird itself is extremely powerful. And for those of you who have yet to see it in action in like Modern or even Legacy, it kills so much more quickly than you would assume, because most of the things that are buffing it are cheap, and most of the things that are buffing it are either replacing themselves, and sometimes they're pumping it. And when those all come together, you get a lot of kills out of nowhere that you might not necessarily have seen coming. And I'm also excited to try it with Claim to Fame in this build, because it does die, and especially in Pioneer. And if it does die, having something cheap like Claim to Fame to bring it back allows you to just kill in some really cool ways, because it already has haste. So not only does it have plot, so you can kind of suspend it early and then wait for your opponent to put their shield down, but also you can just use that as a preemptive measure to get onto the table while you're holding up mana for Lauren's Escape, things like that. We're not playing God's Willing anymore. We're playing Claim to Fame instead. Instead of protecting our creatures, we're bringing them back from the grave. The claim part is the reason why we're splashing black. We do have some removal in the sideboard to help out, but for the most part, the black is just for Claim to Fame and bringing back Slickshot Show Off to just shut the door once they tap out. This deck plays a lot of things that cycle itself. Defiant Strike and Ancestral Anger, both one-cost things that can target your stuff. Buffs are Illuminator Virtuoso with its Connivability. Double Strike is really powerful. It targets these heroic creatures, and there's a bunch of instant sorceries, so it triggers Swift Spear and the Show Off. And that's kind of where we're at. We got Monstrous Rage, we got Homestead Courage, we got a lot of ways to proc our abilities, and we're trying to kill our opponent through removal, and we're trying to kill them quickly so that we don't lose to things like Lotus Field. This is Mardu Heroic. Let's go and play through League and see what happens. We'd love to play first. We'll reveal Giganthamans, the Jegmans, no lands as per usual. Too many lands, no creatures, as per usual. Chat, do you really think there's no shuffle bug on Magic Online? These are my first two hands. I really want to concede match and just go again. We'll mulligan to 5, though. Tell me you don't think there's a mulligan bug. Alright, we'll keep. We got the Show Off, we got Swift Spear. Maybe we just go for the Slickshot kill because we have so little in terms of raw stuff. Alright, let's think about this. We definitely want both lands. But maybe it's one land. Maybe it's one land, Swift Spear, some buff spells. Put back Virtuoso. I want to keep the Slickshot just to show it off, but maybe it's this. This is like kind of cracked if we draw the land naturally. This is a little bit greedy, but on a mold of 5, I think we kind of have to be greedy. I don't know, just the first time playing the deck, this is what I think the mulligan should be, but it's very close. And if you kept 2 lands, Show Off, and a couple buffs, I think that'd be fine as well, but I think that this is perhaps a little bit better. Okay, we're playing against a deck that probably has Fatal Push, but is not blocking, which is nuts for us. So they didn't play a 1-mana removal spell on the Swift Spear. I kind of want to cast Show Off and attack. We don't have protection for it anyway, so if we don't do that, we're just like missing damage because it has haste. And they can't block. So let's just do that, and then if they kill the Show Off here, then we'll go Defiant Strike, Anger, or whatever. I'm hoping they just go attack and play a creature. Of course they have the Fatal Push, but now we can draw Claim to Fame and get it back, which would be real nice. Alright, so let's go Swift Spear. We'll play Ancestral. We got the Claim to Fame for next turn. And if they don't have another removal spell for this Slickshot, they might be dead next turn, especially if we draw, like, land another 1-cost thing. Yeah, maybe the new thing is good. Okay, so here's Karavac. This is a pretty cool card, but not that strong against us. So we'll go Show Off for black, so it comes back. And then we'll go Defiant Strike. If we draw land, we'll go for a Swiss Spear. And this is a lot of damage coming here. 4, 7, 10. All right, we'll go ahead and just play the Swiss Spear. And we'll attack with these 3 for sure. I think we'll just attack for 10, put them to 2. And they can jump if they want to, but this doesn't have Death Touch or anything. So they're at 5 with no blockers. And we can play Fame from the graveyard to just buff everything. Deck looks hot. Yeah, this is on a mulligan to 5, Raph. We actually kept a 1-lander on the play with like a pretty greedy one, but because we had kept such a greedy one, we got a little lucky with the land on 2. So we have Showdown of the Scalds, but I don't think it's that good here. I don't really want to board in anything because their deck is like this weird split between a little controlling and a lot of creatures. But all the creatures are good against Fatal Push and Edict, and Light of Hope kind of sucks. And Showdown's kind of expensive, so I think I'm just going to submit 60. Ooh, that's a good idea, Favorite Child. I haven't seen any Storm lists with it yet. Alright, this hand is extremely good. I might play Illuminator Virtuoso on 2. This is not really a matchup, I think, where you want to plot your show-off, because, like, obviously if you have nothing else to do and they're just, like, holding up mana, maybe you do, and so that you can try to draw Lorne's Escape. But this is more of, like, a racing matchup, and this draw specifically, we're just, like, kind of brute forcing. So here, if they take the Homestead Courage, we still have flashback, so they're incentivized to take creatures, and they'll probably take show-off because it has flying and haste. But then we can get Illuminator Virtuoso down on 2, and plus if we draw Claim to Fame, we can get it back. But Claim to Fame with Slickshot seems crazy to me. It seems so strong. Alright, we don't want to give them the info, so we'll play the Swiss Spear. And there's a good chance we play Illuminator Virtuoso next turn, but we might go Swiss Spear plus Homestead Courage if we want to push through damage. Alright, so Caustic Bronco. This card is not very scary. Wow. Yeah, Claim to Fame just seems so cracked. We could have attacked first, I guess. Maybe they would have blocked. I cut down on the Virtuoso's fine. Tap land. They're going to attack and deal themselves a damage. They get another cut down. Wow, that's kind of sick, actually. Let's see if they just cut down this. What a draw. Get the show off down. I will go for a buff on the Swiss Spear. That way we can block their 2/2. And the Lorne's Escape. They did not cast the cut down. Did I miss something? Alright, swing. Alright, so they're at 9. We have a big Swiss Spear blocker to 2/3, which checked this nicely. Go down on this. We'll just... Do I even protect it? I guess we protect it. Bottom this land. So next turn we can go Swiss Spear, buff something as our baseline play, even if we draw another land. Push on this. They have 2 cards left in hand. Do they have another one? They found Swamp. This card does seem pretty good. I do like the Caustic Bronco. Seems like a really strong 2-drop. Blot out on the big boy. Okay. So Swiss Beer, we go red for it. And we go Homestead Courage it so it can block. And we can maybe give something else haste next turn if we draw it. But this is also big enough to just block Bronco. Coach Kobe, I'd probably stick with Standard Pioneer. Modern's about to have a big shakeup with Modern Horizons 3, and also the format just keeps getting infinitely bigger and bloated. Whereas Pioneer is similar, but they haven't started directly printing things in. Standard will be easiest to get in, and it'll rotate. All right, so let's go buy Giganta. We'll just say go. We could buff an attack, but then they can double block. And I think I'd rather just use my mana with Giganta. They just held up mana for Hive, so... So this game, so far, they've had Thoughtseize, 2 cutdowns, and a Fatal Push, and a Blot Out. And we're still doing okay. So this can also get Death Touch. Damping Sphere, not a big deal. Alright, let's get the Jagman down. Oh, we should have attacked first. I evolve Sleeper so they can turn into a 2/2 and then a 3/3. But they can't do the counter on it yet. Draw a card. This can buff. Alright, this should be... Maybe it's not... Maybe they're not dead. This Damping Sphere is actually kind of annoying. So maybe we bring back Swiss Sphere so we don't have to play Claim. Maybe we can attack, see what they do. We can go Define Strike and then post-combat claim the Virtuoso and then maybe go for it next turn. Because we can go claim Virtuoso and then give it haste and attack. And that's pretty good, actually. They can buff this up to a 4/5 with Death Touch. So it's going to be trading with most stuff. But the Swiss Spear can't really attack that well. So maybe we just attack with Giganta. Offer the trade with the Knight. They'll go buff trade. So maybe we attack with both. I guess we just attack with Giganta. The Knight block here is pretty gross. Alright, I guess they trade with that one instead. That's fine. They won't be drawing cards, but they're pretty low on life, so... Alright, so we'll bring back Virtuoso. We'll say go. And next turn we can maybe... I guess we might go end of turn Defiant Strike the Virtuoso just to play into the Damping Sphere a little. Monstrous Rage would be a heater off the top. You like the Snores? Yeah, I think the Bronco's great. I agree the Standard and Pioneer are both in great spots. Alright, so they went and played their land. Let's go ahead and Damping Sphere the Virtuoso. Or sorry, Defiant Strike it, rather. My bad. So we get a Connive, but it's fine. We just loot away this land. That's pretty good. Let's go Ancestral Anger on the Virtuoso to give it trample. And we can play a 3 cost +2/+0 here. I think I want to discard just to give it a buff. So, because it's going to have trample this turn. Alright, let's go red. We won't be able to cast anything else this turn, so we can pitch the Homestead Courage to give it an extra power, so it's going to be a 5/6. So 12 minus 5 is 7. We can attack with both. They can activate the Tyrant, but they can't activate the Tyrant and the Knight. But they can activate the Knight twice. Maybe this is horrible, because they can just activate the Knight twice. I guess we'll just trade this with the Knight. They'll double buff it, and they'll still take damage. But they have to double buff and block here. They can't block the Swiss Spear. So they can't block the Swiss Spear well. So they double buff this. It becomes a 3/6/8. So they take 4 and they chump. And they go to 2, and then we have Homestead Courage plus this next turn. We have a Claim to Fame, but we don't have another creature. Okay. So definitely the best center since Ether Revolt times, yeah. Okay, any creature off the top, not quite lethal. Can Homestead Courage and attack. This is just going to trade, though. Let's see if we Homestead Courage. Let's see if we don't Homestead Courage. This is going to be, what, a 3/3 with Death Touch? So let's just Homestead Courage. And then we'll attack. Let's see. 1, 2, 3. So they can double block, but this is just going to be a poison trade, and then they're dead to any creature off the top plus a buff if they attack with Hive. I'm going to hold on to these 2 lands, I suppose. Maybe I'll play 1 just because they have the Damning Sphere. But yeah, now that we have... So they can attack and take the claim. And there's only the 1 in the graveyard. So they can put us to 7 and we can just play a creature. Yeah, I think this is a fine play from them. And then... Now we just got to draw something. Creature would be nice. Another Knight. They can pump it 1 time. So if we draw like a chain of stuff here, we can maybe bust through. Monstrous Rage is nice. Maybe I should discard a land over the Slickshot. They play Copter. Okay. Any Trampler here would be nice. Land. What about land? What about land? Lands feel good, or... Now they're putting us in a spot where we have to chump block the Knight. And I think we're just dead, which sucks. We're so close to winning. I'm guess maybe I should not have traded with the Swiss Beard. Alright, I'm just gonna concede. We're just like forced to chump, and then we have no hasty. I guess we have Slickshot, but Slickshot's not good enough. Alright, we're just gonna leave it the same 60. Maybe we Showdown, actually. Homestead Courage can maybe come out. Game seems like they're going to go long because they just have cut downs and fatal pushes, and they're playing defense early. So we'll try that. I don't like cutting the Homestead Courage, but I do feel like most of the other things are better. Although Monstrous Rage is kind of necessary, I think. Be on the plate. Alright, this hand's okay. We'll keep. And we'll go turn 2, suspend, Slickshot. If they thought seize us and take it, you know, it is what it is. Alright, no play. Great news for me. We'll go ahead and plot the show off and wait for them to ever tap out. And if they never tap out, then they might just die to show off plus Lawrence. Okay, so now it's in exile but can be cast. We'll play Virtuoso and not the Slickshot. It's so weird how it goes into its own little zone for whatever. I will go ahead and Lauren's Escape to protect this while they're tapped out. We do get the loot. I'll probably discard Monstrous Rage and keep the land. Yo, Salty Saint Nick, thanks for the 8 months. Says Slickshotting. Yep. We'll pitch the Monstrous Rage. We'll keep Ancestral Anger, Lawrence. Next turn we go Slickshot, Ancestral, Lawrence, protect. Tenacious D. Alright, cast. Anger. Alright, so they just have nothing. Hit it again. Keep holding up Lauren's Escape. Hit for 8. We have another show off as well, which is pretty cool. 2 showdowns if we ever get to untap with a 4th land. Because we have the other show off, there's a chance. Thoughtseize. Alright, that's fine. They can take escape and then kill this, and then we have another one. Or if we just draw the land, we'll play showdown. There's a tap land, not really sure. They're going down to 10. I'm curious if they even have another removal spell. They take show off, that's fun. Okay, another dog. So that means that their hand is probably just all creatures. What if I play defense? Is that wild? I think I'm going to play defense. If they just attack with both, I know not to Lauren's Escape, but with the 2 Mutavaults and the 2 dogs. Alright, I will go ahead and play the Lauren's Escape. If they have the removal spell, that's fine. We still have a showdown to play next turn. Top is favorite Hoplite. We'll put it on bottom. Looks like one of the showdowns are at 8. Can block a dog. And now we'll turn the corner. We'll get a little aggro here. Go to 15. Land lets us Swift Spear. So this is 3. I think Ancestral Anger. Oh no, there's a Monstrous Rage in there. We'll just go for Monstrous Rage kill. They didn't have removal last turn, so I'm assuming they're dead. And they are. Great. This hand is almost good. If one of these lands was a spell, it would be good. Which means that this is a pretty strong 6-card hand. So maybe I should just keep it so that we can lean into Gigantha later. So let's keep. Plus we got the Slickshot, so might as well. We also have bait for turn 1 removal with Swift Spear. Show off doesn't feel like it costs 2 mana? Yeah, that's true-ish. I think I would have spent it on 2 and just chill. Playing it whenever you want instead. This is probably going to die to push, but that's fine. Drew another land. Don't love it. Tap land. Attack for 1. I'm going to go ahead and plot the show off, I believe. That way it can't be Thoughtseized. I really don't like where it goes. Like, it keeps going between 2 different zones of can be played, can't be played. And I wish it would just always just stay over here and just turn green when I can play it. This plot, I think it says you can only play at sorcery speed. Yeah, cast as a sorcery on a later turn without paying its mana cost. But if it keeps bouncing, I'm going to be annoyed. Fable the Mirror Breaker. Alright, so now we can just do a ton of damage. Let's see how much damage we can do. Luminary Virtuoso. God almighty. See how it keeps bouncing? It's just so silly. It's so silly that it keeps bouncing. Too many zones. The show-off zone. I don't even really want to play this show-off yet. That feels weird. But maybe because we have Virtuoso, we can. But we'll just play all creatures. So let's go Virtuoso. I don't think that they're going to sweep us. So let's just do this. And if they kill the Slickshot, we'll get them with Virtuoso. And if they kill both, I mean, there's not a whole lot we could do. We'll just buff up the Hoplite and hope it's good enough. And the Thoughtseize here is not that bad either. The show-off is a lot like a Swift Spear, because you don't really want to target it with stuff. You want to target other things with your buff spells. Claim to Fame with show-off looks insane. Yeah, so far, Tucker, it's already looked pretty good. They discarded one. No, they discarded two. A Cliffs and a Thoughtseize. The fact that they discard Thoughtseize is kind of sad. I feel like Thoughtseize would be the card that they would want to make sure that they don't get clowned on next turn. Claim to Fame off the top would be a nice one, because I'm assuming that either Show Off or Virtuoso is dead this turn, and maybe both. Liliana the Veil. Okay. We'll pitch the Hoplite. So they're going to attack, and we're not going to interact. They played a tap land. This leads me to believe they don't have a Fatal Push. Alright, let's go Slickshot cast. Because it has haste, we can play it now. Then we'll go target the Virtuoso. And we have another cast rolled up here. Discard the Vantage. Alright, let's go Godless. Hit it again. Okay. Alright, 10 to face, and then they have to chump block this or go to 2. Okay, so they're going to go to 8. And I still have 3 creatures in play, and they have nothing. If they tick up, that's fine. I just have Sacred Foundry. We can buy Gigantha next turn. They have a blocker. A non-creature on top would be nice. I'm actually just perfectly fine with the plus on Lily as well, in general. Preacher of the Schism. Okay. A little late to the party. Not horrible, though. I discarded a Fable to our land. That's always nice. Alright. We did not draw it. Let's buy Gigantha. I'm going to go both at the Lily. And if they kill one, that's fine. Lily goes to 1. And now let's see if we can win a longer game here. So if they attack, they're not going to lose life. They'll get a 1/1 blocker. Fable's fine. That means that they did not draw removal, and they didn't have removal last turn. They can activate, make a Preacher, and then get 2 1/1s with lifelink on the ground. Deals 4. That's fine with me. We really need to just draw something. I might also just trade with Preacher with Illuminator Virtuoso, because it is just kind of stuck on the ground. And it will get their best clone target off the table. I'll just take it, though. Because if we draw Monstrous Rage, they just die. Swift Spear. Alright, we'll attack with this for sure. These 2 for sure. Or not for sure, but these 2 probably. And then I'll just play Jag. Easy chumps from them. They'll go to 6. And now, I mean, look, we're in a spot where we really needed to draw a spell, and we discarded a bunch of lands off of our Virtuoso and kind of bricked off. You want to build this list for Historic so you can have Loris. Interesting. Loris is probably pretty cracked. Claim to Fame is not as good, obviously, but still kind of cool. So they chose not to loot, so maybe they have land plus 6-drop Vampire. Or they discard this Blackleaf Cliffs and I missed it. So they're not copying. Do I trade Gigantha for the Preacher? Maybe. Do they attack with anything else? They're going to throw 3 damage at something, so we'll block. Or they're just going to play the big boy, which is also... It is what it is. The Ripper! Next turn they can clone it. Okay, so if we target the Virtuoso, we get to loot... We can play Swiftspear first. Does that do anything? Okay, so let's figure this out. So a lot of stuff is going to die this turn, but it's mostly their stuff. Defiant Strike. I need an extra loot to look for a kill, so let's just go Defiant Strike here. And then we can maybe get the show-offs up, but this will let us turn Swiftspear into maybe something else. Yeah, so this will kill him with the show-offs. Okay. Maybe we don't do any of that. If we just attack with these, they block with this, we Monstrous Rage the other one. Or Monstrous Rage the one that gets blocked. Should I play red-purple that I know well, or red-blue that I have some reps in for the store champs this weekend? I like red-blue. Just play red-blue. It's good. Teta boy! What's up, Taryn? Hope you're feeling better, homie. Okay, so Rakdos mid. This is definitely a showdown matchup. I don't think any of the other stuff matters, but I think Shieldred's Edict is supposed to be for this matchup, but I really don't like it because they just have a lot of other creatures that they're kind of forced to play. So I think that this should just not be in the sideboard. That's my first instinct. In fact, I think that all these black sources is pretty aggressive, and I kind of don't want any black sources in the sideboard. Or any black cards in the sideboard. I think I just want Claim to Fame. The Fatal Pushes might be okay in some other matchup, and I'm sure Light of Hope is okay in some matchups, but these seem kind of bad. I think this is another Homestead Courage can come out because it's just a buff. Everything else cycles or is trample. I mean, Monstrous Rage can never come out. I think it's just this for this whenever Showdown's good. But we'll see. What's up, Reptar? How's it going, buddy? Tandy, have you been playing Lorcana? Yeah, Vale, I've been playing a ton. Actually, if you're interested, you can check out... This is my Lorcana page. I haven't been playing any on stream. I've only been making YouTube off stream. Most of my sponsors are for Magic, so I don't want to double dip or whatever, you know. I will keep this hand for sure. If they Thoughtseize us, we have the claim to bring it back on 1, which we might do, just to use our mana efficiently. And if they take Claim to Fame, that's fine. We'll just do some slick shots, show-offs, and then whenever they tap out, we'll just go for a big swingy turn. Late night Lorcana streams win. I might have to make a separate account for it. I can't stream without putting my sponsors all over everything, and I don't think I'll get the viewership that I would like. But, I mean, it's all just, doesn't really matter. I can just stream it if I want to, but I like keeping them separate so that I can monetize both individually. One drop creature here was nice. Alright, we'll just go for plot on this. I don't really want to Defiant Strike trade. Next turn we can just cast the Slickshot show off and Defiant Strike and attack, especially if they tap out for Fable. We get in a bunch of damage. We can also buff the Swiss Spear to trade with Harvester if they hold it back. They'll probably just go Harvester to kill the Swiss Spear here, honestly. Which is another reason not to attack and Defiant Strike. It's just like a huge waste of your turn. You lost your sword? Honestly, Taylor? I don't know why. I'll just add it back. Whatever, man. I think I was just changing some stuff earlier, and I was like, I don't remember the last time Taylor was in here modding it up. But that doesn't mean that you don't. I'm sorry. Alright, so we found another show off, so let's just go plot this. We'll play Godless Shrine tapped and say go. Gives us a chance to draw Lorne's Escape. Sometimes I do things at night that I can't really justify. I apologize. It has nothing to do with brownies consumed. Alright, so they didn't play anything again. Alright, let's play both show-offs. This is maybe a mistake. I'm gonna Defiant Strike the Swiss Spear, see what they do. See what Fatal Push is targeting. Let's target it again. Targeting the same one? Sure. Okay. So if they have a third Fatal Push, I guess that's fine. I don't know, man. I wonder if I should even claim. I kind of want to claim. Just to buff again. If they have a third Fatal Push, I guess. You know? I guess. That's fine. We're going to put them to 14. Or hit them, try to hit them for 14. This might not be enough in the long run, you know? No shot. They have another one. 3 removal spells that cost 1. Okay, so they kill 1. They take 7. And they have no cards left in hand because they chose to discard. We can buy Giganta next turn and maybe win like a longer game. Lily, that's fine. We'll discard Swift Spear. This can't kill this because they ran out of blood. And then we'll attack and buy Giganta and hopefully win that game. Alright, well, Swift Spear is a great draw because it insulates us from the next one. Is this lethal? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. No, it's not. So we'll wait. Alright, this should be... It's not lethal, but it's a lot of damage coming here. We'll just play Giganta, though. Keep pressuring them in this way. Attack for 1 with the show off. And now, if they go Extinction Event, they can't kill both. But they need some sort of sweeper here. Vampire Bloodtide Harvester, okay. So now they can kill the Slickshot. Then I can go Fame on the Swiss Spear. And they have to trade. So if we draw anything, we can force a chump block. Tandy, did you look over my deck tech from the other stream at all for adding red? Nick, I'm sorry, man. I didn't get to. I had some private shit come up that I don't really want to talk about. Alright, we drew Claim to Fame, so the game's over. GG. I think we're going to be saying that a lot. We drew Claim to Fame, so the game's over. Slickshot show off. We can even do the other one on it too, just to guarantee lethal in the air. But they have no cards in hand, so this is all BM. Alright, we'll keep this hand. I'm gonna put back a Lance. Disposable Hero! Thanks, Kyle, for the 44 months. Says, honey, new Kiln Fiend just dropped. That's true, that's true. Alright, turn 1 Duress. Alright. Sure. They'll probably take Claim to Fame. I like that both of these can be played from the graveyard for extra just raw triggers. I think that's really cool. Blue for everyone mine? Maybe. Alright, another Rakdos matchup. Here's Croxa. I'm gonna pitch the Homestead Courage, I suppose. Alright, let's go ahead and plot this thing. I really hope that they change how the show-off works with all this stuff. Alright, we're gonna go Virtuoso and pass. We're gonna play show-off when we have basically as much mana as we can hold. Is this a removal? They are going for a discard. I will go for a protection. Blue time. We'll pitch a Swiss Bear. Scry. Bottom of the land. $20. I mean, it's maybe the best card in the set. It might actually be the best card in the set. Straight up. No cap. They discarded Go Blank. That's kind of wild to me, but I guess they just didn't have the thing. A command? Sure, man. Sure thing. Alright, we'll go and buy Gigantha. Maybe I should have played Slickshot show off last turn also and attacked. Alright, well, no, they didn't kill this, so they might just be dead. We can draw a lot of things here to be strong. Let's get in some extra damage here. They're taking 9 down to 7. They do get a discard 2 with Fable and probably bring back Croxa this turn. We'll discard Gigantha and then hopefully we draw something that kills them. If they draw a couple of removal spells, we're in trouble, but I mean, I don't know. They discarded another Fable. I don't know what the other 2 cards in their hand could have been. Maybe they have Vampire Scam. Extinction Event main deck? Are you fucking kidding me? Main deck sweeper, huh? This is my life. Alright, you win. Alright, showdowns. Alright, what felt worse than Homestead Courage? Homestead Courage did not feel that bad. Monstrous Rage maybe is worse. Just because it's worse against the combination stuff. It's like obviously good, but our opponent seems to be very heavily interactive. I mean, look, when your opponent main decks Extinction Event, what can you do, you know? No 1-drop, unfortunate. And no lands, gotta go to 5. I feel like my draws today have been quite bad, honestly. Gonna go to 4. Keep this hand. We get 4 cards, so is it just 2 land, 2 creatures? We are insulated against duress. Thoughtseize works though. Thoughtseize still works. Oh, I should have probably done the Godless Shrine, but I guess I can hit a number of things. I also can still win this game. If we draw land and what you calls it? They don't have push? Wow. Holy. How many showdowns are on bottom? Too many. Although I'm not sure if the showdowns were in this hand or the 6 card hand. Definitely gonna sack the Swiftspear. Wow, no land for them? Are we gonna just win? Wow, I think we just killed them, chat. This deck is insane. If we had hit a spell to discard there, they'd be at 2. They might still just be dead. But they have the 3-cost sweeper and they drew the land, and the land doesn't deal damage to them. No, they're just... Ooh. Alright, any buff spell off the top, please. Any buff spell, please. Any buff spell. Any buff spell. Any buff spell, please! I guess I just have to attack the Lily. That sucks. I kept a 4-card hand, special effects. I had 4 cards in my opener. Well, opponent might not be a he, so don't assume gender, please. Thank you. Very cool. Very cool. Very cool that we are almost... I don't know. I'm salty. We had a lot of chances to win this game. I wish I had won this game. That would have been so cool. We can still win with a Slickshot. Slickshot's nice. The fact that it's haste is wild. Another claim to fame is a win. What about tapped land? What about tapped land, chat? Is tapped land a win? Gyrie Sanitarium? They're a Waste Not deck? They're a Waste Not deck? Alright, you win. Should I concede? I'm not gonna concede out of principle. I guess I should have cycled my anger. I didn't even think about it. I was so distraught by the tap land. No draw showdown? Yeah, showdown here would be sick. Man, I'm so sad I'm gonna lose this match. I felt like I was so close to winning both games, and I don't want to say I got unlucky, but I had a lot of shots to win both games, even on a mold of 4. Yeah, loot. It's fine. I don't really care. Relax, everyone. It's not a big deal. I just want to change the culture is all. We're changing the culture. The fact that my opponent still has Wasteland on their deck is a crime. But I guess it's their whole deck's identity, so I get it. I'm gonna play a Homestead Courier just to get it out of my hand, and so I can attack, and if they make a blocker... Sure. Alright, so now we just hope they tap out and we draw Slickshot, or we hope we draw the Showdown. Hopefully they loot a Homestead Courier into the graveyard. Claim to Fame into the graveyard. Well, that could have been cool, but they'll have a ground blocker with Reflection, probably. We still got a couple turns, I think. They're main phasing the loot. That's fine. We're drawing a bunch of, not duds, but like pretty weak cards. The Claim to Fame would have been okay, but we didn't have that great of targets until now anyway. Alright, so here's an attack for 4. We're going to go to 10, and they have a ton of treasures to work with. Alright, Showdown would be clutch. Let's get Showdown and going. Showdown. I'm going to love that joke for the rest of my life, Scooter. Alright, we got one last turn here. We're going to hold on to the land so they can't just guy reach with impunity. But chances are they have a removal in hand, so I don't think we'll be able to get out of it without Showdown. Alright, we're going to go to 6. Opponent's got 2 cards in hand, tons of treasure. Showdown. 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 Last chance. Showdown or bust. If I plot the Slickshot and I draw Showdown, Showdown can hit land and Lauren's Escape and another buff effect to threaten lethal. It might not matter because they might have Edict anyway. Let's run Lily on 2. Yeah, that's true. I'll play around Lily. That's a good idea. Plot seems correct, yeah, but it's tough. What could I possibly beat? Well, we're gonna go for it. We're at 2. Might as well. There's no chance this works, but... Maybe they drew all discard effects? Would be cool if it does? Yeah, I agree. I agree. Okay, hurry. Are they castling? Oh my god, they're castling, chat. No, they're not. Dang. And now we got a mulligan again because we just only have 1 landers in our openers. Very cool game. Alright, we'll keep. I'm gonna put back, I guess, Virtuoso. We have to put back a creature. Maybe put back Swiss Spear. That way we can draw a land for Illuminator. Blue I control. This might be a fun matchup. Although a lot of their removal is going to exile, so Claim to Fame is going to be a bit worse. I wish I had kept another creature, but it's hard to be... I don't know. Could have been back. Yeah, I mean, we could have put back Claim to Fame, but I think the card's just extremely good against our tougher matchups. Alright, let's go for a Virtuoso. If it gets countered, that's fine. Yeah, the fact that it gets exiled for so stupid. I fucking despise the, like, extremely recent push to exile everything from white. It's like, if my white card exiles, it's doing its thing, right? Like, everything exiles, man. So, like, what's the point of graveyard stuff? What's the point of die stuff? What's the point of graveyard recursion of any sort? Okay, let's go again. The veto is fine. I don't really care about the veto. It's more about just churn. Alright, if they verdict me, the Claim to Fame could be great. Wandering Emperor is annoying. Alright, we'll go for Ancestral Anchor since we saw protection. Another veto. Okay. Alright, let's attack and then we'll just hold up Lauren's Escape from now on. We draw a land, we can maybe kill them. I wish I had drawn a land this turn. Could have maybe done some cool stuff. Just March? Okay, well, we're gonna go for Lauren's Escape, and if this doesn't work, I don't know, man. They are main phasing it, so I guess you know, everything exiles. Everything exiles. Why not? Why not exile everything? It's exile o'clock. Exiled, 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 exiled. Everything's exiled. Very cool. Magic. Magic the Gathering. Courage gives Vigilance Emperor? I know. I was trying to play around multiple things. At least I'm not dead yet. Once they cast Deluge or Teferi, we lose. Emperor's not even game or anything. They played a Ganjo. That's... I don't know. I don't know what that means. Guess I'll plot. That way if it gets countered, we can bring it back with Claim. We can maybe kill them next turn with Slickshot. I didn't want to play it on my turn because I want to be able to start the chain of events with me casting my thing so that they react. I am really despising the way it bounces back and forth. I really wish it just had its own zone. Played Odawara as well. Okay. Start with Slickshot cast. That just worked. Do I just go for the kill? Let's go for Homestead Courage to give it Vigilance. If they go for a big Shark Typhoon, we can Monstrous Rage. Alright, so they're not taking lethal here, but this is still a pretty big hit. So they take 7 down to 4. Then they take 1 from the Monstrous Rage. Or no, they don't take anything from Monstrous Rage. Are we going to go ahead and bring it back now in case we need to play Gigantha next turn? And we still have another one to bring it back if it gets hit with a Verdict. Lockdown. Okay, Lockdown's fine. It's not fine, but it's fine. I guess we should just wait. The deuce, okay. Any others? No. Okay. We do have a way to give the next creature we play haste. D-Spark, thanks for the 30 months. Says, hi, diddly ho, Tanderino. Thank you so much for the support. Appreciate you. Sunfall to Exile, okay. Exile. 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 What the fuck is the point of the graveyard? The graveyard is where all my cards go that say Exile on them. Casting the Slickshot from the grave was a huge mistake. I just killed myself, I think. Oh well. At least their hand is bad and their draw is bad. Alright, let's go for Favorite Hoplite. Let's go for Give It Haste. Get lost. Okay. Do we just say go? We can go claim and get it back again, but then we're just in the same boat as last turn. Or last round. Oh yeah, they have one card that doesn't exile, and they're going to lose because of it, probably. Alright, see what they find. Wandering Emperor. We have a tech for that. We got the tech for the Wandering Emperor, chat. Exile? Exile? What a joke Magic has become. Bastardized form of its former self. Ah, you win. But so stupid. I do think Homestead's okay. I actually think the Monstrous Rage is bad in this matchup, but maybe that's just wrong. I'm gonna cut the claim to fames. Everything exiles. That's fine. Could do Light of Hope in some small number over 2 Monstrous Rage and a Homestead. That way we can destroy some of their temporary lockdowns against us. Another no lander. Man, I'm really going through one today, huh? The deck is still cracked, and I'm just going through it. It doesn't matter. Deck's too good. Any Isilus with Slickshot? Yeah, sure. Build one. Let's see it. Card's crazy, man. Slickshot is actual crazy. Card's wildly powerful. What is even this for? I'm gonna Virtuoso, I guess, and it's gonna die, and I can't win anymore. Put back a Homestead Courage, draw another one. March. Here comes a March. Any Marchers in chat? So they just have the March. Now they just counter the next 3 things I play, and they all get exiled. You know how cool it would be to use Claim to Fame with Slickshot to kill someone who cast a Supreme Verdict on the turn before, but just everything exiles? Just every card exiles? I just quit. I can't. Next game, another one. You know, I mean, I have not mulliganed with a deck more than I've mulliganed with this one. I'll say that. But it's all one-liners, man. I don't know. I'm getting completely fudged by the shuffler today. I don't normally complain this much. Wonder what's wrong. Probably nothing. Probably nothing. Who am I kidding? Not complaining all the time. So I don't know what this is. I don't know what this means in terms of like what they're playing. So we'll just go for a Virtuoso, I guess. This is gross. Wish I didn't have all these, but Amalia plays one. Since when? Why does everyone know this stuff and I don't? I'll go for a show off. I guess I should just cast it since they're Amalia. I don't know why I plotted. Plotting and scheming. Plotting and scheming. I mean, I'm plotting because it's new. And because it seems like that's what you should be doing. Top cards of land. Wow. Man, I can't wait to play the next deck. Yeah, you win. I quit. Jesus Christ, dude. Pioneer! Pioneer, everyone! It's so fun! It's so cool and fun! Yes, you're the villain? No. There's plenty of villains, and you're not one of them. Don't blame the child who hits another child with a toy that's got a sharp edge or whatever. Play first? Sure. Alright, we got some fatal pushes that can maybe help us here. No creatures in the opener? Yeah, sure. Alright, keeping this one. Yeah, I do like Blossoming Defense quite a bit. I do think that a green-red build is also possible and good. I already saw a 5-0 list for it, so... And I know that Questing Druid's nuts. I will keep this, and I'm going to put back a land. Alright, we're going to hold up Fatal Push on 1 so we can Slickshot on 2, but maybe we shouldn't. I doubt we'll kill anything. Don't even smoke. I'm just going to cast a Slickshot because if they have push, then they have push, and I don't have protection anyway. And there's nothing I can do to protect it, so... Alright, blast this Walker, get in for a little bit of damage, play a small ball game. I'm almost tempted to bust out the TBR. Dude, Battle Rage is probably cracked. Every decision I make is just getting insanely punished, chat. All they have to do is play them all. I guess they have to have another thing to gain life. But if they block, we'll play Lauren's Escape. If they don't block, we'll just deal them 4. And then if they go for anything, we can give Indestructible to the Wildgrowth Walker to draw the game, which I'll probably do. Just elongate my pain. Alright, so they didn't block. Another wild growth, that's fine. Why do they tap like that? So they can cord for 2 and do the thing, and then I can give indestructible to either of the wild growth walkers. Alright, so now they can't. So I'll just take the 3. So now they can, now they can't. Don't really have the mana to chill. Hopefully we draw land, taps for white. 2, 3, 4. 5, 6, 7, 8. 9, 10, 11, 12. So we're short. They didn't have it last turn, so let's just force them to have it this turn. Maybe not, though. Maybe we just attack. Attack for 8. Do it again next turn. Yeah, the Lorne's Escape being a draw the game against their combo, this should not be that hard of a matchup. I believe this is what Mr. Checklist Card beat my buddy Chris Larson with in the top 8. Alright, so we gotta wait for him to gain life. Alright, I can block here, but I can prevent the damage to my own creature. Right? So I can prevent the damage to my creature, and then it's hard for them to gain life. Or I can just let the thing go on the stack and draw the game. I'm just going to let them draw the game because I'm scared of losing the game. And so, F6. Whatever. I'm out of here. We can draw this one and go again. I think we were pretty close to winning this, but we weren't close enough. Have fun. They can't stop their combos, so they basically just they have to go to 0 cards, and then they have to just not make any decisions for like 30 clicks or something, and then the game will draw. Does MTGO draw this? Yes, it does. Basically, they have to go down to 0 cards left in deck, though, and if they don't, then they go forever. But it's not doing anything to me. I guess they can also exile their own Wild Growth Walker with something, with like some sort of core calling nonsense. But it's infinite for them if they don't put stuff in the graveyard. This will go forever until they put stuff into the graveyard. Because they have to go to 0 cards left in deck. Alright, we got owned. Okay, so here's my thoughts. Slickshot Show Off, incredible card. Just actual incredible card. The cards that we have to buff it all seem pretty straightforward and good. The Claim to Fame seemed excellent against Rakdos. Pretty bad against Azorius Control and the creature-based decks, though, which is why it's just a little bit wonky. I think we played a little bad in some spots. We got a little unlucky in some spots. The matchups don't seem great from 2 of the top 3 decks, maybe all 3 of the top 3 decks. So I'm not sure if this is the best version for Slickshot Show Off in the current Pioneer format, but I do think that the card is great, and this is just one very interesting way to play it. So if I were to change this deck, I would basically cut every black card except for a Claim to Fame. I don't think Fatal Push is very good. It doesn't really lean into the game plan that you're really trying to implement, and I don't think that you're going to bring it in very often. And Shielder's Edict is even worse because you have no other removal spells. I think they kind of just copy pasted an old sideboard, just like I did, you know. And the problem here is that you don't have Reckless Rage to blow that up. Not having Reckless Rage also felt kind of awkward and not so good. for game 1. I'm not sure if it means cutting back on some Lorne's Escape or Homestead Courage. Maybe adding God's Willing back in's the way to go. I'm not really sure, but I know the Slickshot show-off is crazy, and I look forward to playing with it more. It's going to do it for this deck today. Thanks for watching. This has been Mardu Rogue. I'm Tandy. Make sure to check out our sponsors. Games of Comics Paradise, gcparadise.com is a great website to pick up some singles for whatever trading card game you like to play from Magic the Gathering. And now Disney's Lorcana, they got you covered. This gcparadise.com. I write articles for my Patreon, sideboard guides and such. I'll be updating Rakdos Vampire soon, as well as writing my thoughts on things like Slickshot Show Off. You can find me at patreon.com/Tandy. We're sponsored by Apex Gaming. They're a game store out of Caldwell, Ohio, running an awesome tournament series that I've been doing commentary for with Ross Merriam. You can check out their satellite events as well as their main events at apexgaming.gg. We use moxfield.com for all of our decks. You can check out my Moxfield in chat if you exclamation point deck or deck list, and you can check out all the decks that I've posted. You can also just check out moxfield.com to build and share decks with your friends. It's a great deck building website. I'm Tandy. We'll see you next time.